Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. McDonald, were you part of the DOJ's weaponization working group?
Senator, as referenced earlier in some questioning during the hearing today, the weaponization working group as commissioned by the President.
A simple yes or no would do. Were you part of the weaponization working group?
Senator, as I referenced earlier in questions before the panel, the weaponization working group as commissioned by the President and then the Attorney General
I still haven't gotten an answer.
You can't answer a simple question or you won't. That's the moment this hearing snapped. Senator Adam Schiff wasn't asking for classified intelligence. He wasn't asking for legal theory. He asked a yes or no question. Were you part of the DOJ's weaponization working group? And the nominee, Mr. McDonald, wouldn't say yes, wouldn't say no. That refusal became the entire story.
Were you involved with the weaponization working group, yes or no? It's a simple question. You were either involved with it or you weren't.
Senator, as referenced earlier.
Yes or no, Mr. McDonald?
Senator, as I referenced earlier.
I'm not interested in what you referenced earlier. I'm asking you a simple question right now, not earlier, but right now. Were you part of the weaponization working group at Justice, yes or no?
Senator, as I referenced earlier,
okay, you're not going to answer the question. You're not going to answer the question.
Was rightly identified.
I don't know why you won't answer a simple question, but let me ask you a different question. Do you believe that members of the weaponization working group need to abide by the Justice Department manual? Yes or no?
Senator, as a career federal prosecutor,
asking you a simple question,
I am
yes
very
or no.
well familiar with the U.S. Department of Justice manual.
I'm glad you are. Do you feel the manual applies to people in the weaponization working group? Do they have to abide by it? Yes or no?
Senator, as you know,
why is that a difficult question for you to answer? Do you believe that members of the weaponization work group have to abide by ethical practices?
Senator, all Department of Justice employees every day.
Is that a yes?
Every day.
I'm asking a very specific question, not about all department employees, but about employees in the weaponization working group. Do they have to abide by the Justice Department manual, yes or no?
Senator, all Department of Justice employees.
So that's a yes?
Operate within the provisions of the Justice Manual.
Mr. McDonald, is that a yes?
Senator, I would refer you to the answer that I just gave.
Or is the weaponization working group something different? Are you suggesting that it's different, that it doesn't have to abide by the ethics manual, that it doesn't have to abide by ethics at all? Why are you refusing to answer a simple question?
Senator, I'm not refusing to answer your question.
Well, do the members of the working group have to abide by the Justice Department manual?
Senator, as I referenced in my previous answer, all Department of Justice employees.
I'm not interested in your previous answers. You can't answer a simple question, or you won't, which leads me to suspect you believe they don't have to apply, they don't have to live up to the standards of the Justice Manual. So let me ask you a different question. In your time working with this group, did you ever observe any of the other members of the weaponization working group violate the Justice Department manual, yes or no?
Senator, the weaponization working group has been working to illuminate the facts.
I'm not interested in a filibuster of an answer. Did you observe members of the working group, or did you yourself violate the Justice Department manual?
Senator, as referenced in prior answers,
so let me ask you another question.
The weaponization working group has been working.
Did you witness members of the weaponization working group mishandle grand jury material?
Senator, as I referenced earlier,
I'm not interested in
the weaponization working group has been working to understand the facts and events underlying significant weaponization of the government during the Biden administration.
Mr. Chairman, I'm asking for a simple question. I would ask your help in getting a direct answer. I've asked the witness whether he believes members of the weaponization working group at the Justice Department need to abide by the Justice Department's own justice manual. Would you assist me in getting an answer to that question?
No, I will not assist you.
Okay. Well, you have the chairman's support in not answering the question, so let me try another question. Or let me see if I can get clarity again. Did you ever witness any of the members of the working group violate rules regarding grand jury secrecy? Yes or no?
Senator, as I referenced in my prior testimony, the weaponization working group
You won't
is
answer that
working
question.
diligently to
So
understand the historic abuses and
one last question
weaponization
and
of
see
the
if you're
Department
willing
of
to
Justice
answer it.
in the Biden
Mr.
administration.
McDonald, did you ever witness anyone in the weaponization working group violate the law? Yes or no?
Senator, I would refer you to my prior answer.
Your prior answer was to obfuscate, and it's become very clear you're unwilling to answer very simple questions, because it's very clear what that weaponization group is all about, and that is using the awesome powers of the Department of Justice to go after the president's enemies. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Schiff, maybe I gave a short answer to your question, but I've never been asked.
For nearly the entire exchange, Schiff kept tightening the frame. A simple binary. Involved or not involved. Bound by the Justice Department manual or not bound. Did anyone violate grand jury secrecy rules? Yes or no? And every time, McDonald pivoted. He referenced prior testimony. He broadened the answer to all DOJ employees. He reframed the group's mission as investigating alleged government weaponization during the Biden administration. From a performance standpoint, Schiff scored points. The sharper the question, the more evasive the answer looked. And in a confirmation hearing, perception matters. But here's where it gets more complicated. Under Article 2 of the Constitution, the executive branch controls federal prosecutions. That includes the Department of Justice. The president appoints officers. The Senate advises and consents. That's separation of powers and action. So Schiff's line of questioning wasn't random. He was probing prosecutorial discretion, whether this working group operates under the same ethical and procedural constraints as every other DOJ unit. The Justice Manual governs federal prosecutors. Grand jury secrecy is protected under Rule 6E. Violating that isn't political, it's criminal. That's why Schiff kept pressing the ethics angle. Now, from McDonald's perspective, there are reasons a nominee might avoid direct answers. Confirmation hearings are legal minefields. Anything overly specific can be interpreted as prejudging investigations or admitting internal dynamics. But here's the risk. When a nominee refuses to answer even the structural question, are you bound by the manual? It creates the impression that something is being shielded. And Schiff leaned into that perception hard. He even asked the chairman to compel a direct answer. The chairman declined. That moment amplified the tension. It stopped being about one question and became about institutional accountability. Let's strip away the theater. The real issue underneath this confrontation is trust. If a DOJ unit is investigating alleged weaponization of government power, it must itself be insulated from politicization. Otherwise, it becomes exactly what it claims to fight. That's the constitutional irony. At the same time, lawmakers also have incentives to dramatize oversight. A sharp exchange generates headlines. So who came out stronger? Schiff succeeded in framing the nominee as evasive. McDonald avoided giving any answer that could later box him in legally or politically. But the broader takeaway isn't about one senator or one nominee. It's this. In a polarized era, even the question of whether DOJ employees must follow DOJ rules becomes a partisan flashpoint. And when basic yes or no accountability breaks down in public view, it chips away at institutional credibility, not just for the nominee, but for the system itself. That's the real tension here. Not whether the question was answered, but whether the public believes the answer would have mattered.